and just leave it at that. That's all you can do. But when you continue to stalk a person, which is what I think he was basically charged for, when you continue to stalk a person, when you continue to harass a person, you're setting yourself up for additional charges. You're setting yourself up for additional charges. So that's pretty much it. This is the indictment of the three individuals in a nutshell. If you want me to go through each one of these indictments line by line, definitely leave a donation. Leave your questions and comments below. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to move on to other material. Now, again, the reason why all of this is important is because, to be honest with you, they really don't want the individual. They probably want the individual that burned the car, right? Because that's a really serious offense. And you know what? I take that back. They definitely want the what's his name? Let's see what his name. Michael Williams. They definitely want white Michael Williams because the allegation is that he burned the car, right? And if he did do it, I don't know that he did, but if he did do it, then that's going to pose a serious threat to the justice system because nobody would be able to testify in fear of retaliation. So they definitely want him if he did do it. And then they definitely want Richard Arline Jr. if he did try to bribe a witness, because again, no trial would ever be had because all you'd have to do is just bribe the witness. So they definitely want those individuals. But Don Russell, in my personal opinion, is not going to be an easy win for the federal prosecutors. And the reason I say that is because I believe it was fair game for him to send the media, send the sex tape and the sex photos to Faith Rogers and to her lawyer and say, hey, look, if you continue with this, if this information is going to get out, and that's fair game. And everybody knows that, the allegations of Faith Rogers is just 100% bullshit. And Don Russell has all the evidence to prove it, right? So I think that this thing with Don Russell is not that strong. I don't think it's really strong. They're going to pursue him for stalking and other crimes. And I just don't think it's that strong. Let's see what 2261 is. I hope the video doesn't cut out while we're searching for this. Let's see what this is. Oh, Jesus. So interstate and domestic violence is what they're trying to hit him with. A person who calls his spouse, intimate partner, or dating partner to travel interstate or foreign commerce or to enter or leave Indian country by force, coercion, duress, fraud, and who in the course of, as a result of, or to facilitate such conduct or travel commits or attempts to commit a crime of violence against that spouse. Intimate partner or dating partner shall be punished, provided in the subsections, right? Wow. So life or any terms if death of the victim results. So these are like conditional terms. If the person dies, so on and so forth. If the person has serious bodily injury. Let me read the first section. A person who travels interstate foreign commerce or enters or leave Indian country. What in the world is Indian? I'm not even going to go off on the tangent and click Indian country. Or is present with the special maritime and territorial jurisdiction of the United States with the intent to kill, injure, harass. So this is what they're essentially going to try to get them on: harass or intimidate. Harassment and intimidation. So they're hitting them with this. He's harassing her and he's intimidating her. Again, for him to send the photos in the media to Faith Rogers the first time, 100% fair game, because you're basically saying, look, this is the evidence I have against you. Please reconsider pursuing this. If you continue to pursue this, this is going to come out in court. Now, that doesn't mean you have the right to post that stuff on social media. Doesn't mean that. So that's why they're hitting him with this. And then what else are they hitting him with? They are hitting him with 22. Actually, all of them are 2261. Let's see what this one is. 3551. I think this is the stalking one. Authorized sentences. Except otherwise specially provided, a defendant who has been found guilty. Oh, this is just the sentencing. Uh, okay, so yeah, so they are just hitting Don Russell with harassment. And honestly, honestly, I don't think this is strong. But again, you guys know I'm not a lawyer, so definitely don't take my advice. But I don't think the case is that strong against Don Russell. And even if he loses, I don't believe he's looking at any serious time. I would almost want to say just make a plea deal and just move on. But I'm pretty sure the plea deal is probably going, and he's already made a plea deal because he made a deal to get out on bond, right? So that's one of the things that has happened in this case. I would say just make a plea deal. I would say that. Um, but the plea deal probably would impede Don in some way where he couldn't assist R. Kelly with his case, or it may possibly affect some of the information in this trial. Because remember, those pictures of Faith Roger, the videos of those videos of Faith Rogers are still out there, and then that information can be used to defend against Faith Rogers' bogus claim. Everybody knows that claim is bogus. Everybody knows it's nonsense. You had consensual sex. You took photos. You sent naked photos of yourself, to R. Kelly. So how in the world can you claim that you didn't want to, have sex with him? How in the world can you claim that he exposed you to herpes? You're having casual sex. And because you're having casual sex, you accept the risk of having casual sex. Right? So the photos and the videos are a bona fide defense against Faith Rogers' bogus claim. But I'm not sure what a plea deal would look like. I'm not sure if that plea deal would somehow take that information off the table, right? And I think they allege that Don Russell. I'm sorry, they allege that Don Russell also created the website Surviving Liars, in which he was going to post, or he did actually post, some photos and videos of Faith Rogers, in a compromising position, right? So allegedly, right? So that's it for this video. This video has dragged on way too long. Leave your questions and comments below. In the next video, we'll look at what all this really means for R. Kelly. I'll give you a hint. I've already told you. Basically, they're trying to use this information to, number one, deny R. Kelly his bail. And then number two, they're trying to use this to uphold the RICO charges. We'll discuss that in the next video. And I'll just give you another hint. My personal opinion, it doesn't look good for R. Kelly. And I hate to be the one to say this, but it looks like people, whether these people were associated or not, this is what they're going to argue in in the bail hearing scheduled for September 9th. And basically, people fell for the bait, whether they were associated with R. Kelly or not. They fell for the bait, and they did these allegedly. I don't know if any of these people are guilty in these indictments, right? So allegedly they fell for the bait, and because they fell for the bait, they're strengthening the case, the prosecution case. Now, me personally, I think the case against R. Kelly is 100% bogus. I've come out and I've said that several times. But when people do things like this, they're making the government's case stronger and stronger and stronger. That's it for this video. Leave your questions and comments below. Let me know what you think.